here after getting dropped in the last round.
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not going to happen. He's got to hustle now. He's got to bluff him.
Power is obviously the great equalizer in boxing, but when you know your opponent is relying on that so heavily, how do you deal with it?
They know the second they touch you, it's done. They're that powerful.
Those counter punches have to hurt. Nice slip to avoid the jab. You'd like to see more jabs. In the early rounds of a fight, you'll see two boxers feel each other out, test each other's power, and I think this boxer has decided I can walk through anything that lands.
This is when you get in the ring feeling like you're King Kong, because you know you've got a chin that is not going to get dented.
Swing and a miss with the jab. Looking to land the hook. And that big shot just rattled his cage. Ben has no idea where he is right now. Thought we were going to see the finish there.
Got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back, steady yourself.
This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Big shot rattles. Let's talk about Jacobs in that last round.
Stay focused.
Here comes round 7. After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
My motto is...
Hold on a second, Johnny. Did you see that? And Ben just got rocked. He just got rocked big time. He's seeing stars, but can he stay on his feet? No. Hold that thought. Oh, what a shot. Ben in some serious trouble. I don't know if I've ever seen him rattled like this before. Just one punch away from getting the momentum back.
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle. Get back on.
Down goes Ben. Everything looks better in slow motion. Let's take another look.
I need to see that again.
So they're back on their feet, but let's see how much they have left in the tank.
The corner need to think nice and sharp. They know their fight. They know what their fight is capable of doing and what their fight can and cannot take. This is going to be a tough decision to make.
Halfway through the round, and they've got some work to do to get back into it.
It's not to ever hope. Remember the fighter Evander Holyfield? He could be behind on points until the last 10 seconds, but he's fighting like he's going to pull it back. That's the kind of heart we need to see.
Time they drop their guard, they get caught. We wanted action, and they are delivering. This fight may stop here considering all the bruising and swelling on the face. Wow, so the referee is not going to stop it, and the fight continues. Final 10 seconds here, and this... Let's talk about Ben in that last round. Boy, this next round. And we enter the 8th round. He got knocked down in the last round. Let's see what he can do here.
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, they've got to coast around. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head clear.
There's no doubt that this fighter's power can change the fight. But wait a minute! And Ben just got rocked. He just got rocked big time. He's seeing stars, but can he stay on his feet? Didn't wait long to get back and get engaged.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What do they do? What do they tell him when he goes back to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
Missing with that jab. Halfway through the round, I'm not sure who's winning it.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like,
I gotta stop you here, Johnny, as we pick up the heat. Oh boy, the Miracle Man now in some trouble. Disaster averted.
what recovery skills they are. What a shot it was. Completely gone. I thought there's no way he's going to finish this round. But look at that. Look at the movement. Look at the speed. Back on it. Like it never happened.
Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Walk away from each other and then run right back into trouble. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. No surprise as we get a unanimous. All the talk. We're expecting an all-out offensive display. And he wasn't ready for that counterpunch. Both of these guys have been headhunting. Not a lot of body work being shown. Those counterpunches have to hurt. There's a counter shot. Straight right just misses. Nice counter punch right up the middle. Nice counter. When are we going to see a jab from these two? That counter punch caught him clean. This fighter focuses on that outside game. You don't see them get hit too often. You don't see them in trouble a lot, but that's what their mantra is.
These are my kind of fighters, boxing on the edge of the ring, using the jab, using the footwork, moving left to right. It's like a bull in a matador.
Those who thought this would be a mismatch, you are sorely wrong.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. It's like a match made in heaven.
And that left hook doesn't find its target. Throw a shot, they get countered. You'd like to see more jabs. Perfect counter shot. Neither fighter willing to slow down. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Corolla in that last round. Pretty dominant round there. Let's see how they respond here in the next round. Here we go for round two. Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Beautiful counter punch. Nice counter shot. If you're a counter puncher, then basically you do the counter attack. You let them get their punch off first, and then you answer in kind.
Reaction is second to none. It's the blink of an eye, and they're waiting for any little twitch you do. So you've got to fight a counter punch is smart.
That counter shot lands. The straight right just misses. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. exchanged punches. A straight right just misses. Got out of the way of that right hook. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. That jab won't score. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Corolla in that last round. Here we go in round 3. Who's going to land the first big shot? They've got all the momentum on their side after that last round. Let's see what they do here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything worked. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Unlike the heavier fighters, these fighters throw so many punches, it's hard to keep up. Good counter punch. Well done with that counter shot. And he scores with the counter. Nice defense, avoiding the right uppercut. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. This has been a very competitive round between these two.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
They know the second they touch you, it's done. They're that powerful.
Rights and lefts scoring to the head. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Corolla in that last round. Here we go in round 4. Who's going to land the first big shot? Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Counter punching. The winner of this surely will get a world title shot. What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
I've never seen a fighter so fast in my life. How do you deal with this? You've got to hope. You've got to hope they run out of steam.
You gotta like what you're seeing as we reach the halfway point of this round.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
The straight right just misses. That cut is in a very bad place. The referee might stop it here. And the referee's going to allow him to fight. Perfect counter lands. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. They're going to call the doctor over in a minute to check out these cuts. Here we go in round 5. Who's going to land the first big shot? They just gave us a great round. Let's see if they can do it again.
What a round. What have they got left? How can you get better than that? That is ridiculous. That's stuff you see on video games.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. They better start respecting each other's punching power. Beautiful counter shot. Don't let this fighter's speed fool you. There's some method to the madness. These are precision shots, and they're coming at lightning speed.
This can be so frustrating when you're under such a fast banter that can throw 3-4 shot combinations before you've even let one off. That creates frustration, and that's when it gets hard.
Punch, counter punch. Can they figure out the combination to this set? Look at the swelling and the bruising. They're going to take a look, and they may stop this fight.
Are you okay?
The referee determines that we're good, and we will continue to fight. Catch and shoot. Oh, and Gotti gets clipped. Arturo Gotti in trouble. He's been in this situation many times before, but I don't know if he's going to find a way out. It appears that the moment of trouble has passed, at least for now.
Bean Days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. And that has rocked Arturo Gotti. Look at all that blood, but he's on to the 6th round. They're off their stools, and what a fight this has been. Will it continue?
What a round. I'm exhausted. They must be absolutely shattered. What could you tell a man when he comes back to the corner? You need the instructions to be simple, precise. Don't befuddle them because they're just shattered.
Drop their guard, they get caught. The straight right just misses. Well, they're going deep into the gas tank on this round. A lot of effort being exerted here. How about that time counter shot? In this division, both fighters will constantly be on their toes trying to punch and counterpunch.
Midway through the fight, if you are tired, this can be the loneliest place in the world. If you cheated, now we're going to find out.
And Gotti goes down. We wondered how good his chin was, but no one's chin standing up to that shot.
That...
1, 2, 3, 4. Can you continue?
They're on their feet, but as this the beginning of the end.
He's up, but for how long? Look at it. On the heels. Look at it. There's nothing there. There's no defense. The eyes are glazed. It just takes one more clear shot. A clean one. And he's out of there.
Final 10 seconds. The fighter's vision is paramount, and the referee may stop it here.
You're taking too much to fight is over.
And they're calling it there.
Time is of the essence, and it was a matter of time when this happened.
Another TKO win here. These athletes have promised us a war. Let's see if they deliver. That right hand scored perfectly. Nice counter. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. You can tell who's stronger and who's faster. Good counter punch. Good counter punching. Nice counter shot. Really good buzz in the air tonight. This crowd waiting for something special.
It's so hot, so heated. There's a roof on here. You don't understand. When you're working, when the noise is there, the pressure's on, you're thirsty, you're sweating, and you're getting under. You're on the wrong side of a beating. This can be hellfire on here.
That counter shot lands. Perfect counter shot. Wanted to land the left hook, but was not successful. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Straight right just misses. They exchange punches. The straight right just misses. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. After what we saw, here we go for round two. That last round was huge for him, Johnny. How does he keep the momentum going?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
A perfect counter lands. Nice counter shot. When you're fighting a counterpuncher, you want to bait them in to throw first. Make them think you're going to throw a punch so that they exchange.
Reaction is second to none. It's the blink of an eye, and they're waiting for any little twitch you do. So you've got to fight a counterpuncher smart.
Not a lot of defense here at all. And he scores with the counter. Both fighters landing in these exchanges. Judge is going to have a tough job.
Perfectly matched.
Oh my goodness, Johnny! Ricky Hatton right now not where he wants to be. And it appears they weathered the storm. How? I'm not sure.
Defense, defense, defense is everything because they got shot once. They know they can get caught again. So for now, just defense, work on defense, blocking and stopping and shooting.
Straight right just misses. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. And there's the bell for round three. Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
How about that time counter shot? That counter punch caught him clean. There's a counter shot. Your footwork has to be on point when you're fighting a swarmer. If it's not, you're going to get caught in the corner and beaten up.
A swarmer, a good swarmer, will get inside you like a bee just pickpocketing, stinging you wherever you leave yourself open. A swarmer is the worst kind of fight to fight.
And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. This has been a very competitive round as we reach the midway point.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
Nice counter punch right up the middle. Well done with that counter shot. That big hook doesn't land. He threw a punch and just got countered. The straight right just misses. Beautiful counter punch. This is not good news for Ricky Hatton. The hitman, Ricky Hatton, goes to the canvas. Let's watch that again in replay from a different angle.
Where did that come from? What a shot.
Well, Johnny, complete and total domination, a stoppage victory. How do you rate the performance?